to another Hasura channel stream. Today we are delving further into some of the using GraphQL with .NET again. The last stream, which it's not pertinent that you watched the last stream to watch this stream to know what we're going to talk about in this stream. In the last stream, we did talk about .NET also and how to build cross-platform UIs, some of the options that are available to do so. In this stream, we're going to be looking at some of the GraphQL libraries, how to build up little quick servers, clients, and test out some of the kind of the hello world examples of how to retrieve data with GraphQL using .NET. We'll look at a couple different libraries and some of the libraries that have helper functionality around that. And then we'll take a look at our Hasura API and check out our GraphQL options there, and maybe even pull some data, time permitting. Before we get started, though, there are a few things that I do want to kind of give a shout out. Over the last couple of weeks, we've had some great shows, or great sessions, I should say. These are shows, sessions, however you want to think of these. Last week, or not last week, just a few days ago, actually, there was the Hasura and Redwood.js session where I talked to Bobby about Redwood.js and how you can hook up Hasura with Redwood.js instead of the standard Prism by convention that Redwood.js comes with. So it gives you some options if you want to use the latest, greatest UI frameworks on the web with the Redwood.js overall framework SDK. Check out that episode. He delves into that. I pose a few questions and we get them all answered, and we talk to the audience quite a bit. So there's a lot of questions and answers going on. There's a lot of demo code. We look at how things work together and the actual structure of the Redwood.js project whenever you make this change to use Hasura GraphQL as your API. And then a few weeks back, I showed how to use the database migrations practices and best patterns and best practices, which, dear goodness, hold on. Fixing things live, look at that. Patterns and best practices, that's how you spell patterns, not patterns. And then one other episode that was just recent was the open source Hasura data dictionary with Gavin and Stephen. Check that out. That's just released. We're talking hours old at this point, maybe a day. Time zones are funny like that. So check that out. The new data dictionary features in Hasura are pretty freaking awesome. I'm looking forward to playing around with those a lot more myself. So with those call outs done, we're going to get into the GraphQL bits with .NET. Right here, we got the graphql.org site /code. So just the standard graphql.org site. You scroll down, you have all the language support. And today we're looking at the C# and .NET bits. Of course, there's all those other supported libraries out there that are linked here on this page. So again, just graphql.org/code. And I'm going to click on the C# .NET section. And these are the libraries that we're going to be going through today and checking out some of the examples. Now, I haven't even created this project yet. We're going to do it live right here on the air. We're going to do all the coding live right here on the air like we generally do. First one is the GraphQL.NET library. I'm just going to call this GraphQL.NET example. Go ahead and create that. And notice this works on Linux, Mac OS, Windows. I'm just building a simple console application here. There we go. Right now, as is, it should build, and we'll get a hello world message in the terminal. And here's our little executing hello world. Shows what it did. And we're good to go so far. And that, let's add a little feature just for the heck of it. think it's read key. Yeah, read key, whatever. I think this is just for example references here. That'll pop up our console, and then we can hit any key, i.e. enter, escape, whatever, and that'll finish and close the window. All right. So that's our hello world, but we don't want just hello world. We want to get a GraphQL example in here. So let's see here. The first one we're going to delve into is the GraphQL.NET library. Let's see here. What we need to do here is add some dependencies. Let's click on dependencies, right click, and let's see, we got project reference, shared project references, all this. We're going to do manage NuGet packages. That's going to bring up the dialog to manage the packages. Then do search. I'm just going to type in, GraphQL. Browse GraphQL. There we go. So you can see there's a ton of stuff out there. A lot of this stuff is not even listed out on the GraphQL.org site. As you can see, there's the hot chocolate stuff. It's the GraphQL stuff here itself. And what we want to actually get is the GraphQL.NET. Here. So we should get, okay, so the spelling of it is actually just GraphQL. So that's this one. We're going to take the latest stable, install that. And it's going to install these other dependencies to note. Annotations, reactive, reactive core, reactive link, threading. So I'm going to hit OK. And then I also want to, I don't think I got types. So I wonder if this is, chocolate types. There's a lot of different types of types here. Auto types, WAPA GraphQL types. There are new libraries here since I last looked. So I'm going to actually take, I think I'm just going to go with primitives. I think that'll, actually, no, let's skip that. Let's see if we can get the IDE to actually bring in the dependencies that we need. So first thing, I'm going to take using GraphQL. There we go. GraphQL dot types. And let's see, what does that give us? Did I misspell it? I did misspell it. Thank you for fixing that. I will come back to it. And then using GraphQL dot system text JSON. Want that for parsing. Then we're going to set up the system dot threading task library. And that is pluralized. And then let's get some code in here. Public feel free to ask questions as I am going along here, and I will endeavor to explain what I am doing at any particular stage if I haven't already explained it. So we're going to create a method here, public static. Oops, I need this to not be there. I need it to be in here, public static async, or an async method, task. Okay, that's gonna, oops, I've done this slightly wrong. Take that, and we're going to remove our current one. Okay, there we go. So there's our main method replacement. And then let's create a schema, just like we're going to create a little test one here. Schema dot. Oh, how do we want this one? Let's do. Type query. Here we'll do. Responding. The message, I'll call it actually. Let's do that. Then we're going to create some JSON here. Set up an await. Write out the results here. Let's see here. Let's say, what is the complaint here? The complaint is I am putting into an equal signs. Okay, so now we need to write the length here. And that's going to equal the object itself. Okay, we need the message. Then we need the responder here. That'll respond to it. Excuse me. Nothing like sneezing in the middle of some code. All right, I feel like I have too many braces somewhere. Do I need braces? I don't need braces here, do I? Let's take this tricky part of all this. All right, I have missed something. Well, let's actually put this up here so it opens on the same level. Starts there. And then there we go. We're going to open close for this one. Pop that in. There we go. That doesn't need to be there. So then, oh yeah, this doesn't need to be there. Now we have the appropriate number of braces. Okay. All right, I think this, well, that's spelled. There we go. Okay, that one's good now. System text JSON. that should, let's see about adding that. There we go. We do need to add this one. Let's see if it'll find that library. Oh, that is definitely not what we need there. We added that. Wonder if we need to go ahead and we probably need to add the client. Let me add that. And that's going to add the primitives too. Wait a second. Did I? Oh, I see what I did. I'm trying to use the type, and I need to use my variable here, schema dot. Oh, and I have misspelled this. All types of misspellings today. There we go. There we go. Now we have the executor in there. So now this is our JSON, which is acting as our server. This is our type. No, this is parsing it. So that's our query. This is effectively our server. And if we run that, we should now get, this is our message, return back as JSON data. The message, our message is this. So that is what we expected. It looks good. Okay. For this example, I'm going to add in what we did earlier. Read. Whoops. Read key. There we go. All right. So this is our GraphQL.NET example. Looks good. So I'm going to create a new GraphQL.NET example. Yeah, we'll create another one in this project actually. Console app. Sounds good. We'll do hot chocolate example. Name this solution if I can. I'll just call it .NET GraphQL examples. There we go. So we're using the multiple libraries then. So in this one uses the ASP.NET Core and a few other bits. Just all sorts of magic. So what we're going to do, let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. Actually, let's get rid of all this. Let's try to do it. Let's see if we can do this. So we're going to set up Microsoft ASP.NET Core. No, it's not letting me do that. Okay. So we'll go into dependencies. Let's go to, actually, let's check that out. Can we do browse and then, no, okay. So we're going to go into NuGet again. We're going to do ASP.NET Core. and we want, let's see here, features. We want hosting. There we go. I want this one. Wow, that pulls in a few dependencies. We're gonna go with it though. We're rolling with it here. Now, let's see if we can just get ASP.NET Core. Isn't there a library just for that? Oh, we need hosting. Oh, we just got that one. So then we need builder for this example. Object model of HTTP has all of the commonly used types. Okay, well, okay, we're going to take that one and then with this again. You know, I'm just going to pull this basic one here, I think. No, I'm going to hold off. We do need one other, so Microsoft extensions dependency. See if that'll give me what I want. Yeah, I want this one. That's a checkbox. Is that already installed? Should be installed already. Okay. Anyway, it's there. So now we can move on with life. Okay, using ASP. Actually, let's see if the IDE will help me out here. I'm going to do a web host. No? All right, using Microsoft.ASP.NET Core. Microsoft.ASP. There we go. Builder, and then using the dependency injection library. Extensions. Dependency injection. Okay. Next up here. Now let's see if we can get our web host going. There we go. Web host. Sorry, view status. Should just better be that, and then create default builder. That is not cooperating. Well, let's go down and create a class, create a query class. Then it's going to be public. Let's see here. Let me go with my favorite theme here and just say railroad. Railroad. There we go. That is our Union Pacific Railroad. And I have misspelled something else. Harmony. That is some misspelling. I'm on a rampage today. By the way, we're using the hot chocolate library at this point. That is what this example is. Let's pull the dependencies back up and see if we can't get the ASP.NET Core dependency. I guess it's this one. Sure, whatever. Oh, I didn't want the features. I wanted this one. So I'm just gonna, let's just install some random bits here. That should do it, right? What a mess. Routing, authorization. I don't need most of this stuff. Hosting, ASP.NET Core. Oh, there it is. Here's the library way down here. So let's go to this. It just took a second to find it. All right, do that. Go back over here. Let's look at what I've got installed now. So hosting, I don't need HTTP. Don't need abstractions. I don't need, I don't need these features. I just need these parts, I believe. And then, did I not get ASP.NET Core Builder? It says I application builder. Oh, okay. We're going to put that one back. There we go. Back over here. There's web host. Okay. Dot create default builder args. Then we are going to pass in and set the configure services. Open and close that. Set services. The services. Set as dot add. Anyway, that's what it should be. Then we got add query type. Oops. Yeah, pass in the type itself. Query. Then get to the configure. Builder. Let's see here. We need to set up the routing. Router. Use n points. Set that as e. Oops. No. Stop giving me things I am not typing. Map. GraphQL. And that function or method. And then dot build. Dot run. Okay. What does it not like now? So let's do this. And that call. No, it doesn't like that. Let's go with dot build. Then dot run. Right, it has additional overloads, which we must set. So then configure services, and we need to do configure. So do that, and then configure like that. Oh, do I not have the feature yet? That is a problem. I don't have 9.0. I have 8.0. Let's see. We can do this another way. That is frustrating. Let's put the program back. And then we're going to set up, do this public static void main array for the args. And we'll set up a schema. There we go. So we're adding hot chocolate. We're just going to create a server real quick and then build off of that. Let's get rid of, don't save. I'm going to delete this one. Let's add new here. Add new project. We'll go with on GraphQL. Is that installed? I do not. Let's see if we can find the template. Oh, that's cool. It's got the Voyager. GraphQL annotations, change objects, add GraphQL subscription to file. Projects. No. There we go. We need to do this. All right, let me get PowerShell running here, and we'll get these installed. Okay, so now let's see here. We should be able to get my project one, I believe. Add new project. That is not what I wanted to do. I started the installer for Visual Studio. All right, we're going to go back out of this. And then let's go in, back to PowerShell. Right, we're in the samples, which were, I forget which directory it is. So we'll pull up the directory. Source repos. .NET. New GraphQL. Name. Hot chocolate. Sample. Oh, yeah, let's. Okay, so that's frustrating. Let's see what we got in the directory from that template. There's the CS proj. There's a solution file in that. Let's open up the solution file. Wow, that builds a pretty significant project. All right. Well, it looks like we got one out of the two libraries working. Config Docker image. I am unfamiliar with this number of things. So we're not going to do this today. I guess we'll have to go with having the one functional thing working. And with that, if you review our cross-platform UI development session previously done, it can be combined with any of these, as you might expect, to build a cross-platform native application running with the .NET libraries. So cross-platform, Linux, Windows, Mac OS, and used across the board along with whatever GraphQL backend you want. Hello, Leonard. By the way, I didn't catch your message. Shout out to you. And at this point, I'm going to wrap up the .NET work. Next session, we're going to have Praveen come on, and he's going to be talking about GraphQL security with Hasura. Should be an interesting session. So join us next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific and or whatever time zone you're in. Looking forward to chatting with you in that next session. With that, everybody have a good one. Happy coding, and catch you next time.